Hey guys, welcome back to Vintage Vibes. It is February the 1st. It's about 7:15 at night. And I'm getting on here with this tutorial. And it's probably going to be in, I want to say, 3 parts. Okay, I'm not sure how long it's going to take to get all this put together. But we're going to turn this Sally's paper bag that I had in my stash into trash to treasure. Okay, so what you're gonna need, if you want to follow along, you can always fast forward videos, back them up, do whatever you got to do. But you'll need some size paper bag, and you can use the brown ones, white ones, whatever size you have. I happen to have an extra Sally's one that I'm going to cut with y'all on this video. These are really easy, really fun to make. You're also going to need scissors, probably a ruler of such. Maybe a bone folder if you have it. If not, you can use like a scraper or something you got in your kitchen. Just kind of make sure it's not very sharp. You're going to need some double-sided adhesive of your choice. If you use that on your projects, you don't have to. Also, I use art glitter glue, and I have this thing called My Sweet Petunia. I really love it. It's really changed the way the glue is. You don't have to worry about the bottle getting clogged up or anything like that. So it's a good product to have if you can invest in one of those. So anyway, and some paper and some cardstock. So I'm using Park Lane Mariposa paper pad that I got from Joann's a couple of years ago. I wanted to use it because it's really pretty and I haven't had a chance to use it yet. So I wanted to use this, and I'm gonna start with that. And then I'm using the Recollections cardstock that I had in my stash that would match the paper. So we're going to talk about, first thing is we're going to talk about the paper bag. Okay, so the way these Sally's bags are made, and most of the time on these little bags that you get, let me show you this one first. It usually makes a nice little fold in, and then and then normally you would cut your little strip off of here, right? So, but the Sally's bag is proportionally different than these little brown bags. So I had to figure out, I didn't want it, I didn't want a double journal. I wanted a triple page journal. And I was like looking at it and I'm thinking, well, how am I going to make that work out? Well, first of all, what I did was, I'm going to make sure y'all are in frame so you can see this. So on this little flap edge right here, at the top of it, we're gonna cut that little edge right there. Okay, so all you gotta do is take your scissors. It doesn't have to be perfect. Okay, and I'm just gonna snip it off. Hopefully y'all can, I think I can see me in the frame. So I'm just gonna take a little slither of that off with my scissors. Okay, so you just kind of cut it off a little bit so you can open it up. Okay, it's just a little piece. And you may want to cut more depending. Okay, so that's going to cut that open. But here's what we got to do next, okay, to make this work out, okay? So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to cut down this edge right here. Like we're going to cut down this long edge right here, okay? I'll make sure I'm right, because you know me and my grandma brain, I'm easy to forget. Let me look at my other one. I want to make sure. I don't want to tell you wrong. Yes, so that's what I did. Yes, that cut down that little edge piece. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. Okay, so we're going to cut that edge open on this one side, this long side right here. So we're going to cut that open. Okay, so just take your scissors and just go down the side of it to the end, just like that. See how that opened it up? After you cut that little piece off, then you open that side, and then you're going to do the same thing on the other side. You're going to take it and cut it on this long piece like this. I'm just going to cut it open. Okay, now watch what happens, okay? So now what's going to happen is we'll be able to take this part that we cut like this and that opened it up, and then we're going to be able to turn that in just like that. But now here's my thing. We're going to want to cut it off some, this piece right here, because we want to make sure we have room between the folds, okay? We don't want it gathering up because it's going to get bulky as it is. So what you can do is take your paper trimmer, if you have a paper trimmer. If you don't, just eyeball or use a ruler. Use your X-Acto knife, use your ruler, put it up here and cut it that way if you need, but try not to cut the bottom of the bag off, this piece in here. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take my trimmer and I'm going to stick this little piece right here, and I'm going to probably cut off about 1/4 of an inch of that, okay? I hope y'all can see that. It kind of helps straighten it up too. But I'm just going to kind of cut that off about 1/4 of an inch. Okay, and then that way, so when this piece here folds up in there, see, now you got, it's kind of like a gusset in there, you see. So when this little ratty bag here is about headed, but this is what we're using to show you how to cut it, okay. So it's going to fold nicely, it's going to lay down flat. And then over here, you're going to have the same problem. We're going to want to cut some of this piece off too. Okay, this other side. Okay, so we're going to cut that off. I'm going to do that about the same thing, about 1/4 of an inch, 1/4 of an inch. Okay, and most of y'all pretty much know what 1/4 of an inch is, but if you don't, it's that right there. It's like, I'll show you too on the ruler. Like, you know, I had to learn how to read a ruler a long time ago. So, because I had a drapery business, and we had to learn really quick how to do measurements. So that's your 1/4 of an inch from that one to this longer mark. So that's your 1/4 or 1/4. That's your 1/2. That's your 3/4, and that's your whole inch there. So your whole inch. So anyway, and it gets easier because you got 1/8, 1/16, and 32nd. So you got to kind of think of it backwards, you know, 1/4, 1/8, 1/16, and that little bitty mark is a 32nd. So, but that's kind of a little tip right there. So we ended up, now look, so once we open this little end flap up of the bag, and we, you know, snipped it off, trimmed the sides, and then this part will go flip back down, and we're going to end up gluing this part down in a minute. And I'm going to show you on my paper bag that I'm going to use. But then see how that will give you a gusset piece. And then you'll end up, because you're going to want to fold it, and you're going to want to make sure that it's kind of even. Excuse me. Okay, and it's kind of even, you know, in spots. And just kind of fold your bag a little bit. And this bag has been kind of beat up in the drawer. And then you're going to kind of want to cut it, this little extra piece that's hanging off of it, you know. And usually I'll take my ruler and I'll kind of look at it and I'll kind of measure it and just kind of see kind of what looks good and what's going to make it look even. So I'm going to probably cut that about 1 5/8 off. Okay, so we're going to take this thing. I know this absolutely is kind of backwards, but I'm trying to keep you in frame so you can see what I'm doing. So 1 5/8 is right there. So I'm just going to take the top of this bag, and I'm just going to kind of lay it up there. You know, kind of make sure it's not, you know, all crooked and crazy. Okay. And I'm just going to trim it off really, really good. And then you're not going to need that piece, so just throw it away. So that's kind of your paper bag, okay? And if it don't look straight, it's okay. It doesn't really matter. It's just, this is called junk journaling, vintage, whatever you want to call it. It don't really matter. It don't have to be perfect. That's the beauty of paper crafting. Now, so now you got one front cover, an inside, another flap, okay, another part. You got the inside middle, okay, and then you're going to have your back piece, which would be back here, because this is going to be like this, and then that will be your back cover, see? Now, but what I'm going to do, because I'm going to have to glue, we got to glue our sides in, we got to glue these pieces down, and we're going to have to glue these little pieces down, okay? And then we're going to notch only this piece right here. You can use a circle punch, or you can use your envelope punch, okay? So let me get my original bag and show you that that I'm going to use, okay? So I'm so sorry, I tell y'all, every time I eat something, my reflux just wants to act crazy. So I use my envelope punch board. I've had this thing probably 3 years now. And I bought it when I had a coupon. Michael's, they had a 40 off coupon. And I bought this thing when they had these. I don't even know if they still carry these there. And maybe you can buy these online, maybe scrapbook.com. But I love this thing. It makes envelopes, and it has a punch board, and it's supposed to make ribbon. Of course, I've never done a box. I've never made a bow with it, but you can do that. Now, make sure, because this is your front of your bag, I don't want to notch the front piece right here. I just want to notch because when this opens, I'm going to have some goodies down in these little pockets. We're going to end up making these pockets, and we're going to put some paper down in there to make it pretty too. And I don't even think I cut my paper for that yet, but that's okay. So I'm going to try to kind of fold that back a little bit, because I don't want that up underneath that punch board. And I'm just going to kind of eyeball it and kind of see where my middle is, because I hadn't really measured it, but I'm just going to kind of look at it. It don't have to be perfect. And I'm just going to cut that off of there and make my little notch. See right there. Okay, so that's good. Now we're going to put that up because we don't need that anymore. Okay, now, so I notice there's a little piece on there. And all you gotta do is take your scissors and just kind of fix that with your little scissors. No big deal, it ain't gotta be perfect. Okay, now, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna glue. Okay, so I'm gonna glue this whole flap down, okay, right here. This little piece right here that we got left. And I marked, y'all. And I'll show you that in a minute. I'll show you that. So I'm gonna take my glue. Let me see. Okay. So basically, yeah, see, all this in here kind of needs to be, now why is this thing showing out? Let's see. Let's see if we can get this thing glued up a little bit here. Put some glue up in there. We don't want anything coming apart because, you know. Anyway, I'm just going to kind of reinforce it a little bit in places. Yeah, but you can do this. And if you want to, you can take a piece of score tape. Now, I had my ATG gun, but y'all, I'm gonna just just reinforce this a little bit with this tape right here. I didn't have any tape refills to put in my gun, so I went in there and looked. I thought I had one, because it's a lot faster if you use your ATG gun than it is doing it like this way. I mean, I don't mind it, but once you put that little double-sided tape on there, just burnish it down. I'm just putting a piece on it to kind of hold it, because maybe down the road, I don't know, oh, and it's very sticky really quick, so I was going to put some glue in there, but it may not let me. Yeah, see, once it gets on there, it's hard to pull it back up. So you got to, anytime you're doing a project, you got to really, really watch it. So just put some glue. The only thing about this thing right here is hard to drive it sometimes. It is for me, but I just kind of go with it. But it comes out good. It don't really stop up. As long as you put it back on your holder, your base, you know, it'll do. It'll that silicone thing at the bottom will stop. So we're just going to flap that over. Okay. And if you got some excess glue, use a piece of paper towel. That is the best advice I have gotten. The Posh Paper lady, Miss Sharon, or Sherry, I think her name is Sherry. I want to say Sherry. Yeah, Sherry. Her name is Sherry, Miss Sherry. She told me about that tip when I first started paper crafting. I just happened to stumble up on her channel. And it just wipes it up really quick, so you don't have to worry about it now. So that piece is snug. Okay, now we're going to take these little flaps and we're going to just stick some glue up in these really quick. Okay, I'm going to try to. My hands will let me. They'll work today. Just to kind of help, you know, hold it in place so it ain't flopping around everywhere on you. You know, you don't want your stuff to be flopping around. Okay, and then you got that flap, and then you got this side. Yeah, these paper bags, they're nice. They're good. They're good to make projects with. You can use all kinds of things to make projects. You can do cereal boxes and all kinds of things, you know. One day I'm going to get into making some things with some of the boxes that I've been saving. I've had to throw away some because I've accumulated like too many. So I've had to throw away some boxes. So I want to make sure all of this is, you know, pretty much glued down and, you know, where it needs to be glued down. Because sometimes this stuff will get pulled up and you don't want your stuff, you know, like I said, coming apart. So you're going to kind of make sure it's all kind of glued really, really good. All these little flaps and bits and bobs and all that kind of stuff. Okay, so now that we got that one done, see there? Let's see, let's check that and make sure we got that one really good. Okay, let's put a little spot right there, glue. Okay, now we got all those parts done. Now I'm going to leave these open like this, but I'm going to close the side pieces. So all the way on your paper bag, if you notice your side pieces, I'm going to take a piece of this strip again off my roll, and I'm just going to set it kind of down in here. You know, just going to kind of take a little piece to kind of, and you don't have to do this. This is just me. I like to make sure that, you know, my stuff ain't going to come up. Because if I do this, like if I sell it or do it as a giveaway or something, I want to make sure they're getting a nice product. So you just kind of stick it kind of down in there. You know, you want to make sure your stuff kind of stays put. So, yeah, I'm going to take that on that side. And we're just going to need it on one piece of tape, but I'm going to put a little piece under this to secure it too. I don't know if y'all can see that little piece, but I'm going to run that little piece right there too. And I'm going to do it on this one too. Yeah, it seems like a lot, but once you get going with it, it's not too bad. Let's see. Yeah. Okay, so there we go. So we got that on there. We got it burnished down. So once I get that burnished down, I'm going to pull this off here. And I'm going to put the tape. Oh, it ain't wanting to come off of there. It ain't wanting to come off. It's wanting to act up today. Okay, and I'm going to put the little glue in this little section for a minute. And kind of do it a little bit, you know, at a time here. I'm going to put this glue in here. Okay, I'm going to close that little part up right there really good. Alright, and then once you get that piece, then you just got this piece to deal with right here. Okay. Put another little piece of tape. Kind of missed that spot, didn't I? Oh. Let me see if I can put that little piece of tape right there too. Okay. So once you get that little other flat piece in there, you can just pull this up with this. And you can just get that off of there. And then you can just glue it. Okay, just kind of glue inside of there the best you can. You know, all the way up to the top edge. Yeah, okay. And we're gonna just kind of sticky glue off in there. Okay, there we go. Now I'm just gonna lay it down. And we're just gonna kind of, normally I have my mat. I probably need to get that out. I'm trying to save this, my little big old mouse pad thing, whatever you want to call this. It's my husband designed this for me, and he also made it. He has a little shop it's called Digital Design Studios with a Z on Etsy. It's a little shop. He does all kinds of little things, but you know, just something to do. He used to be a photographer. Like, he did a lot of photography when we lived in Pensacola, and he's putting some of his pictures on there of where he's taking shots. And you can do digital downloads with those. They're really nice. We took them at Sanibel Island, different parts of Pensacola. He's got some really, really pretty shots on there. So it's called Digital Designs Studios with a Z. So, but anyway, so that piece is done. All right, now we got one more side left to contend with, and then we can start putting our pages on for our journal. All right, so first of all, I'll do this little, let's see, this little bottom piece first. Yeah, we'll do that piece first. It's easier. Okay, I'm gonna do it first. Just kind of get down in here on the flat piece. I hope y'all can see that. But anyway, so I'm gonna stick that down real good, and that may need a little bit of reinforcement. I don't know if I want to see with that or not. Yeah, so once you get that piece on, you can just take the rest of it and pull that other off of there, and then just glue it away. Glue it up real good up in there. And go all the way up to the top. And that's one thing I love about this. It has this little squeeze trigger on it, and you can just do it. And it has different size nozzles. Like you get like 2 bottles with it, and you can use the small nozzle or the larger one. I use the small nozzle because you know I don't like wasting glue, and it works fine with the small nozzle. So you just kind of get it on there really, really good. You know, all the way up to the top of your paper bag, and you just smash it down. Yeah, so I'm trying not to get glue on my thing. I usually work on my other piece of thing, and I need to pull that over here and do that. I'm trying to be careful, but you know, you get busy, you get in a hurry. So just do it down real good, all your little side pieces and everything, and but it all looks pretty good. It looks like it's all intact, so we're good. Okay, now what I did to get my measurements, y'all, for my paper is I measured, and I got, if you'll see, I have numbers. Okay, so this is number 1 for my front cover. Okay, and what I did was I measured my width and then my length of my paper bag. Okay, and then I got my cardstock piece and I numbered it, because all this is going to be probably different sizes, all this, and so I wanted it to really go edge to edge because of that red on there. It doesn't really matter, it's a junk journal type thing, but I kind of wanted it to be, you know, I'm so ticky about my junk. Now look, I kind of want it to kind of fit flush with my paper, and it may be off a little bit, and that's okay. But I had to go and measure every single piece, and I wrote it on here, and then I wrote my pattern paper measurement of what I wanted it to fit on this piece, kind of, after I got this one done. And then I kind of just, and you may not, it may be a little off here, a smidge or there, but go by your part, your bigger side or whatever, and then you can kind of tell. But I just wanted a little bit of that color under there to show, just so it has some more stability and some color. And I did that on every one. So I did that for my front cover, and I cut all my pieces already just for the sake of this video, okay? Because we're already 25 minutes in. Okay, so then there's 2, and I put back ribbon on. So when I get ready to put that one on my back piece, I'm gonna put ribbon on it because I want to have a way to close it on the side. Okay, does that make sense? So, because I'm probably going to put some lacy something around that edge. So I'm going to want to have to, you know, have some ribbon on the front and on my back so I can close it up. Does that make sense to y'all? I hope that makes sense to you. And no, I have not picked my ribbon yet. But anyway, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait on those 2 front and back piece, and we're going to go ahead and put these other pieces in, and I got to find ribbon, and so I'll probably pick it back up with my next tutorial on that part of it. But I just want to kind of show you some basic things. But I've got every one of them numbered, and on the back of my cardstock, and well, I didn't do that because I kind of left it with it, and I knew what was my front or back on that one. Okay, and then this is my, let's see, this is my number 2. Okay, so this is going to be the back. So I've got both of these measures. So this is my back of my book. So that's number 2. Okay, and then this is my number 3. Okay, yeah, so we're going to put on number 3. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and put that on. And we're going to have to, now see what I just did, y'all. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to put these 2 pieces together. And then we're going to stick it on because I want to notch this piece right here before I put that on there. Or I can, yeah. Because I'm going to need to do that now because I've already closed that up on the sides. Okay, so let me, because I just thought about that. I was like, well, you know what, that's not going to work. Oh. Yeah, so you have to kind of like think ahead, like all the time. Like you got to constantly be thinking about your next move or your next step, or, you know, make notes, whatever you need to do. But I'm just going to put score tape, you know, on it. But yeah, you got to constantly be on your P's and Q's because, you know, because something can get so messed up and you can be like, well, I can't do it that way. You know, I've been there and done it so many times. And just now, like, you know, I don't, you know, sometimes you're talking and you're not really thinking, you know, too much. So, but anyway, just burnish that down really, really good. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and take this off of here, you know, and get this glue on here. And I'm going to glue this on because I want to, you know, and this is all real time. You know, I don't edit stuff. I don't edit videos. I don't, you know, I think when you're making a tutorial, and this is just personally me, you know, because I'm not this fancy person or all this kind of stuff, you know, and I don't really do that. So, but I'm going to go ahead and put this piece on top of here. And normally I wouldn't do it that way, but just because I want to notch that piece is why I'm doing it that way. And I'm just going to put my glue because it gives it a little bit more time to adhere, you know, without that adhesive catching it. Because, and I use double adhesive on all of my projects. That's just what I do. You don't have to do that. I'm sure it will be fine. I'm sure it would hold Make sure if you got directional paper that you got your top and bottom. And just kind of, and this is the part here where I think you should kind of slow down. Okay. Yeah. And just kind of make sure your little edges are, doing what you need them to do. I used to mess up so bad, y'all. And I just figured out, look, I'm going to have to slow down a little bit. It ain't got to be perfect, but, you kind of want it to look nice. So just burnish it down really, really good. Make sure those fibers of that paper is stuck into that glue. Now I'm going to take this, okay, and I'm going to get my envelope punch back out, okay? And what I'm going to do, and this is going to go on here like this. And I kind of know this is my middle right here, okay? So I'm going to kind of take it. This is my middle. Make sure I'm kind of in my middle. And I'm going to take my paper because I want it to match up. I really, really do. I really need it to match up. I do. All right, now I'm not going to put that bag under there, but I'm going to kind of pull that back out because I don't want that punching that. So we're just going to do the best we can with it. And let's see if it lines up. Oh, see there, hopefully it will. Let's see if that's going to line up with that. Is it? No, it ain't. It's not, y'all. It's not going to line up. See? Okay, that's okay. All right, now let me show you how this can be an easy fix. Okay, so this is a don't panic mode. Okay, so basically when it doesn't line up, okay, now you have a solution. Always to paper crafting. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to take a circle punch at this point. And you're going to make a circle punch, okay? So I'm going to take, let's see, I have some circle punches somewhere in this house. If I find it. Oh, there you go. Where's my smaller one? Oh, here we go. I don't want it very big, so I'm going to take this one. I think this is my 1 1/8 circle punch. So we're going to use that one. I think that's what that is. Small. Whatever that is. Yeah. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fix this. Now watch. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to line this up on this bag, y'all. This is how you fix stuff, okay? So that's going to go on that bag just like that. Okay, and I got both my pieces together. I want this on this bag. You got to manipulate it sometimes because, this stuff here. All right, so let me see. So I'm going to take my little clip right here. Yep, and I'm going to take this circle punch. All right, I don't want that on there. And I'm going to hold that back because I don't want that back flap to do. We're going to fix this thing, y'all. We're going to fix it, okay? We're going to fix it how we want it. And I'm going to take my circle punch. And I'm going to go in there. And we're going to kind of fix it. Okay, I'm going to kind of make it look even, too. I think that'll work. Are y'all ready? All right, hold your breath. Let's see. Yeah, see there? Look at there. That's all you do. That's how you fix that. You gotta fix your mistakes. Okay. Did I want a circle punch there? No, I did not. But you know what? I'm going for it because I have to have it there. Because I messed it up. I forgot to do my little punch, but that's okay. It don't have to be perfect. Anyway, we're gonna go ahead and put this piece on. Okay. And we're going to get this page on. It's going to be coming together really nice. I'm excited about this. Yeah, so. But anyway, I've been wanting to make things, and get stuff done. And, it's just so many things going on right now with us. But we are going to make it through it. We're going to make it through it. Okay. So I'm excited. I've got, I won, a giveaway from the Happy Crafter shop, and I'm so excited to get that in. And I don't normally sign up for many giveaways because I have so many things, and I like to give people stuff too myself. And when I get to 250, I'm going to do another giveaway, and this is probably going to be in the giveaway. This little journal. So let's get our tape. Let's go ahead and get our tape on here. Our tape. Y'all, I'm so crazy. I told you I'm crazy. So we're going to put this adhesive on here. Yeah, we're going to get this on here really good. Yeah, and then we're going to just swap it on there good. Yeah. Okay, that's fine. We're just going to set it on there the best we can. And we got to watch this bag, because this bag is going to be kind of temperamental, I think. Oh, there we go. We got it. Now, we got that piece on. Now, earlier, off my other paper, I'm thinking, well, I try to design it up kind of like I want it, okay, before. Kind of like, you know, how I'm going to do this. Well, how do I want it to look? Where am I going to put my pockets? All that kind of stuff, okay? Now, and you know what, y'all? I didn't really even have to notch that. You know why? You see how your brain just gets crazy sometimes? And it's okay to make mistakes, because none of us is perfect. I know I'm not perfect by no means. Oh my God. So I didn't even have to cut that out. You know why? Because, and this is how nutty I am. This is going to be a pocket right here. And this is actually where my notch is supposed to go, y'all. I can't make this up. So guess what I'm going to have to do? I will fix this with some paper and put my little piece back on it. And then this is going to be a pocket. Okay? So, we are going to have to... This is why. Okay, let's measure this piece of paper, because we want this in the middle. We're going to measure this piece of paper. I hope y'all can see that, and I'm sorry for shaking you. So, half of 8 is 4, so it'll be 4 3/8, because it's about 8 3/4. So, 4 3/8, and I'm sorry that I'm shaking y'all. Okay, and then we're going to punch that. I told y'all I'm crazy. So actually, I'm going to fix this, because I had to go back and cut some cardstock to put down in here anyway. So, and then that's going to sit over that. But I'm going to fix it first before I put this pocket on. But that is going to be one of my pockets right there. So, how many minutes are we into it? Okay. So now that we worked out that, and we know we got to do there. Okay, and then on this inside piece over here, on number 6, is going to be identical to this side. So guess what? We don't have to notch it, right? So this is going to be upside down to me, but I want y'all, or to y'all, but I want you to be able to see it on the camera. So I'm going to take my page that goes on this side. It's going to have a pocket. Not there, but okay, let's get this on. Let's get this on first. We do not want to mess this up, people. We do not want to mess it up. Okay, so let's go ahead and get our tape on here. And see, if you got your ATG gun, it's so much faster just rolling it on. But I didn't have any tape. And I swore I thought I had some left, but I caught myself looking for it. Yeah. But anyway, that's all right. Just for the sake of these purposes, we're going to go ahead and pop this one on too. While we got this tape in our hands. Because, Yeah, but anyway, I was telling y'all I won that giveaway from Happy Crafter Shop, and it was so nice. I mean, it's a nice one, and I'm excited about getting it and showing it to y'all, and I can't wait to make some stuff with it. She has some of the nicest little gifts and things for her shop. But we're going to go ahead and burnish that down really good. Make sure it adheres to the fibers. And I use this I got from the Dollar Tree. This is like the best little thing. And it helps get your tape up really, really fast. Your strips off of your adhesive. Yeah. So we can just do that really quick. I'm going to take that one off. And then I'm going to burnish this one down. And I'm going to get it topped off. Are y'all messy crafters like me? I am the messiest crafter. I swear. So I'm going to go ahead and take it off of this paper over here. And you don't even have to do cardstock. I mean, you can just do pattern paper if you want to. Or you can use strips of paper. You can collage it, whatever. However, now we got to remember, this is upside down. So I got to make sure I put my stuff on here the wrong way. Because I had to turn it to get it in camera. So, but anyway, so we're just going to stick it on there. I'm going to make sure I put it on there upside down because I don't want to mess up my stuff. Alright, that's on there. So we're going to flip it over because this is the top. And we're going to put it toward that little edge. Make sure we get to the edge the best we can. And if we have to, we can cut a piece off or whatever. Like I said, it doesn't have to be perfect. I'll make sure that don't come out on my stuff. Okay. I'm just going to take our bone folder. And I wish I could find another one of these. If y'all see one of these, please let me know where you can get it from. I have looked on it. I have looked on Amazon. This has been the best little bone folder. And I have not been able to find another one at all. So see, that's got like a little edge hanging there. And so you can just easy fix. Easy, easy, easy. You can just take your little scissors. I'm making a boo-boo mess. And you see that little part hanging off. You can just cut that off. Of that paper bag off. And straighten that up a little bit. If you can do cut straighter than me. You can cut that off. Okay, now remember, upside down. We got it upside down, so my paper's got to go the right side up. Okay, we're going to make sure we get it. But anyway, after I do this tutorial videos, get this done, I got one on the odds and ends finds that I found along the way of some things. And I can't wait to show you, especially the thing I got from Ollie's. I love it, and I think y'all gonna enjoy it too if you like doing flashcard things and stuff for your stuff. So anyway, so let's slow down, make sure we got the right side up. Okay, because this is my top up here by me. So I'm gonna make sure that I've got it kind of evened. You can see the little color all the way around. Yeah, I wanted a hint of color around it, so make sure you burnish it down real good. So see, it's kind of coming together. And see, I can go ahead and, where's my other pocket piece? Okay, so this is the right side up. Okay, so I got that one there, and then my other pocket is going to be on the other side. So I can go ahead and notch this piece right here, because this is going to go on this side of my pocket. So let's go ahead and do that. So it's about 4 3/8, I'm sure. Close enough. Yeah, a lot of times I kind of do it beforehand, and you know, sometimes you don't think. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and we're going to go ahead and put the glue. So we're just going to glue here, here, and here. And I use wet glue here because adhesive sticks. Like if you put something in the pocket, it will get stuck to the glue because the double-sided adhesive, it doesn't dry. It stays sticky. So it'll get stuck in your little pocket. So this art glitter glue or whatever adhesive you use, it'll dry. And you don't have to worry about that. So make sure that we got this on good. I'll go ahead and stick that. A little bit of that color showing too. That'll be perfectly fine. Here we go. Just burnish it down. Get my paper towel there because I don't want it getting all over my mat. Just kind of burnish it down, the glue, and let it dry before you stick stuff in your pockets. That's kind of important. that you kind of let it dry before you put stuff in your little pockets, because if you don't, it's gonna it's gonna pull up or whatever. So and once it sticks, it's on there, honey. It ain't coming off. Okay, so that's gonna be so pretty. So see, we'll have this one over here whenever I fix that part that I messed up. Then we'll have this piece. And now let me see what time it is. Yeah, because I'm fixing to cut it off. I don't want to make it too long. Okay, so what we're going to do is I'm going to stop the video here. And my other piece, my number, let's see, this is number 4. So what I'll do off camera is I will get these pieces ready to put on. And I'll fix that piece and cut my other pieces. And on my next video, we will start from here and we'll just keep going. So anyway, I'm going to get off of here and work on that, and I'll start another one after I get that done. So you guys have a good night, and I'm probably going to try to load this one tonight, and hopefully I'll be able to do the other 2 tomorrow. Hopefully, or maybe another one after Jane gets his little bath thing tonight. So anyway, I pray you have a good night. I'll talk to you soon, and stick around for part 2 and possibly 3 of this tutorial. And remember, I love you, but God loves you more. Thanks for coming to my channel. Bye.